What's up, people? France defies an order by Niger that is to remove its ambassador from the country. I'm Chibuzo Wanchuku. I would appreciate you liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I encourage you to share this video on social media. Niger ordered France to remove its ambassador, Sylvain Itte, in the wake of the economic situation of Niger. It's one of the things that has happened since Niger ousted its democratically elected president, Mohamed Bazoum, by coup. Bazoum was ousted for reasons related to France. He served as a puppet instead of serving his country. That has angered the Nigerians, who now want all the French people out of the country. The ambassador is still in the embassy, and that building has had its electricity and water supplies cut off for that reason. The military government of Niger has been trying to get the ambassador to move by cutting those supplies off the embassy. I'll roll the clips now.
President Emmanuel Macron insists that his country is not Niamey's enemy, but that Paris's envoy will not be heeding an order to leave given by coup leaders in Niger.
The deadline has been and gone, but the French ambassador in Niger is staying put, President Emmanuel Macron has said. This after on Friday, the junta gave diplomat Sylvain Itte 48 hours to leave the country.
I think that our policy is correct. It's based on the courage of President Bazoum, on the commitment of our diplomats and our ambassador, who will stay despite pressure and despite illegal claims of authority, as well as on the efforts of our internal security forces and our army.
The European Union has also expressed its full support for Itte. The ambassador has not met Niger's new self-appointed government, in line with France's refusal to recognise the legitimacy of the unelected coup leaders. Macron warned that Niger's political crisis would have dire consequences for both the fight against terror in the region and the economy, cut off from international support in the wake of the power grab.
We must not give in to the narrative used by the coup leaders that consists of saying France has become the enemy. The problem of Nigerians today is the coup leaders. They put them in danger because they're abandoning the fight against terrorism and good economic policy as they're losing the international funding that was helping them develop. That is the reality, and if we don't come out and say it, who will?
That policy that the French government is talking about is garbage. France was supposed to have just diplomatic ties with Niger, but that policy, which shouldn't exist at all, is intended for France to exploit Niger. There shouldn't be any such policy like that. Due to that exploitation, the people of Niger had enough, which was why Bazoum was ousted and replaced by the interim leader, Abdurrahman Tian, who led that coup. France is actually the enemy, not the junta leadership group. France screwed Niger, which was supposed to be one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but is one of the poorest countries. This is about France exploiting the country, making the Nigerians suffer badly. The Nigerians clearly are upset. They don't want to have anything to do with the French government, the French diplomats, the French military, and so on. They already expressed their intention to get rid of the French troops. The president of France, Emmanuel Macron, said that the coup leaders would cause the country to have a bad economy, having other countries withhold aid to Niger, and also would worsen the security situation He said it will make the fight against terrorism impossible. France did nothing to stop the terrorism. The French officials support the terrorism. They are all for the terrorism. And the money that comes from those Western countries, including France, has never gotten Niger going forward. The money went only to Bazoum, the puppet, and the officials of his government. Niger had enough with all that nonsense and had no choice but to have a coup. They need to get rid of France. France has no business in Niger, for goodness sake. Niger is a country. How could a country be independent but yet be controlled by another country? That is absolutely wrong. I hope the military government of Niger detain Itte and deport him. While France, NATO, the EU and so on are behind ECOWAS, the Nigerians got other African countries, including two neighbors, Burkina Faso and Mali, the leaders of which stated that any such military intervention against Niger means war on the two countries, Mali and Burkina Faso. Russia supports Niger. I hope that the members of BRICS, in addition to Russia, are also behind Niger. Niger needs a lot of support to keep that Western imperialism out of their country. There are a lot of people in uniforms in Niger ready for defense, whereas the invaders have not yet shown up. Tell me what you think. Thanks for watching.